Hi, this is Barry J. McDonald, and I'd like to welcome you to today's blog post over at writecom.com. And today, the blog post is, "You're an author, good for you." Now, I know this starts off being a little bit sarcastic, but the general idea was that, nowadays, anybody can be a self-published author. You know, whether your grandmother has created a children's picture book, the girl at work has created an adult colouring book, or you've written a thriller. You know, you're never too far away from somebody that has published a book. And because of that, then, what makes you different from everybody else? You might say to yourself, well, I've written a thriller book and it's a really good book. But I could say to you, well, all those stores are full of books that are great thriller books. But what's making you, stand out from everybody else? A while back then, if for somebody that was maybe self-published, having a weak book cover, having a bad book description and things like that, made you stand out or affected your book sales. But nowadays, everybody can get a professional book cover created anywhere. They can get the book professionally edited, hire a copywriter to do a book blurb and a book description. And because of that, then everybody's back on a level playing field again. So again, what's going to happen? What's going to make you step out from the crowd and kind of stand out head and shoulders above everybody else? So because of that, then you're going to have to question what you're doing. How can you show that you're different from everyone else? How can you show that you're different from everyone in your genre? And why should people consider you then when they're looking for a book? Now, I've given a few points here, and one of them, first ones I start off with was an email list. Now, you've probably been heard it many times if you're an author. You need to create an email list. You need to keep in contact with your readers on a regular basis to stay in the forefront of their mind. And maybe you have been doing that, and if you have been doing that, you're probably ahead of the game. If you haven't, well then maybe it's time you should really do it. Even if you don't know how to do it, read the articles, watch YouTube videos, find out how to do it, and then start doing it, because there's not an excuse anymore. Another one then is a podcast. What's stopping you creating a weekly podcast? What's stopping you creating an article maybe from content from your book? Say, for example, if it was a non-fiction book, what's stopping you creating a tips article and then just reading it into a microphone and then uploading it to iTunes and places like that as a podcast? Because there's so many apps nowadays you can record on your iPhone. It's very easy to do. There's videos on YouTube that can show you how to upload your podcast to iTunes and get distributed all over the place. So if you're using that as an excuse, well then that's not, it's not helping you. And then another one then, could you take that same article then and create a YouTube video? Create a simple slideshow. If you were a fiction author, what's stopping you then just creating maybe a short story? Again, you could use that short story as a podcast episode and then advertise your book collections at the end of that episode. Or what's taking you then taking that short story and creating a YouTube video with it? If you feel comfortable reading to camera, that's fair enough. If you don't, why don't you choose suitable background images? And again, just have kind of slideshow where you're just narrating the story in the background and the images reflect then what's going on in the story. Then another one then is a book app. If everybody's zigging, why can't you be zagging? If you find it hard to compete in the bookstores, maybe you should create a book app instead. Why not give your next book away as a free book app? It's very easy to do. There's many websites you can do that can show you how to create book apps. And then from that book app, then you can create maybe an internal bookshelf where you can advertise your other books in it. You could have another page then maybe you can collect email addresses or advertise your other books. So because of that then, and because so many people are creating, content on a regular basis and writing books on a regular basis, I could go on then. You could say, well, write a daily article, create a blog, get some press releases done. These are other ways then that you can, differentiate yourself from everybody else. But if you're not doing that, then you're just kind of, you're losing yourself in the bland ball of authors that are out there that are just publishing their books and hoping they're going to do well. Is it extra work? Yeah, you're going to have to sit down. You're going to have to write these articles. You're going to have to create the videos. You're going to have to write daily blog posts. You're going to have to, contact and spend money for PR companies to send out press releases and stuff like that. But if you're not doing it, somebody else is guaranteed somewhere else in the world is going to be doing it. And because of that, then that's making them stand out in their audience and in the genre that they're writing in. You could do all that, or you could just say, well, I'll just rely on my thriller being as good as it is. But at the end of the day, as I said, there's so many thriller books on the Amazon Kindle store and Barnes & Noble and everywhere else. If you're just relying on that alone, well then, I think you're in for a disappointing time. So my name's been Barry J. McDonald, and this has been today's blog post over at writecom.com. And before I go, I just wanted to highlight the free report we're giving away on the website, and it's showing you 10 ways to make money from your writing. So if you'd like to pick up that free report, I highly recommend you should drop by and pick up a copy. So I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.